We are waging war on the gearheads. A $40 Sam's Club guitar, $60 in upgrades. Will it shred? That is the question. In the age of DAWs and Logic and Ableton, all these effects are put on there. Do you really need a top-of-the-line Les Paul, Stratocaster, etc.? In my personal opinion, if it has strings, a neck, and a body, I think you can sound just as good as any studio album. But of course, in the Bible of gearism, that is a sin. So with Metalhead's vast wisdom of gear and wiring, we will build the SIW caster. So I am a guitar noob, as you've probably seen from our Subdivisions cover, which you should still go watch. I only have this guitar in my household. The history behind this guitar is this is the Starcaster by Fender. Not to get confused by Fender Starcaster, which is actually a different guitar. I was told by the internet, which of course has knowledge of everything, they always get everything right, that this is not the most spectacular guitar in the world. This was a gift for my 5th Christmas, actually. I actually have a picture of me somewhere playing it when I was 5. As most 5-year-old gifts go, this sat in the corner for 15 years until I started the SIW show with you and got into the white boy music. I've been told this is shitty, I don't know, I've had an okay time with it, but that's why we have expert Mr. Dr. Professor Metalhead here, who has an MD in bass, but he knows a little bit about pickups and all the gear and stuff. What is your diagnosis, Doctor?
Honestly, at first glance, I mean, it's probably better than a Les Paul right off the bat.
I thought so. This doesn't look any different to me than any Strat that I just walk into Alto, just the same shit.
It does
to me.
So basically, we're gonna have to, depending on your price range, of course.
I was thinking somewhere around $600.
Not bad.
Actually,
not bad.
more like $35, but that was a
$35?
Borat reference.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to put like
Yeah.
dimarzios in here or anything.
You can put a new bridge on, new strings, new pickups, depending on the price.
Okay, well, so hang on, let's back up a little. So for a cheap ass like myself, to me, I look at this bridge and say, what's wrong with it?
It's nothing terrible with it. You could keep it, but if you're really looking to really more punch in your sound, you could upgrade it a little bit so that way it has better intonation and better adjustability in the action. It's definitely night and day difference when you change the bridge.
Okay. I haven't heard that about the bridge, but I've heard that certainly about the pickups.
Definitely.
What is wrong with these pickups?
Sam's Club. Sam's
Club is wrong with them?
They knew that this would be a gift for a 5-year-old on Christmas in the 2000s, so they thought, screw it, we'll put these in there. So definitely, you could really step up the game with better pickups. Seymour Duncans, humbuckers.
I am actually going to go humbuckers. I'm not going to be playing any other music besides Russian Dream Theater, and they both Alex and John have the humbuckers.
You could change the tuning pegs if you feel like those don't really keep the strings too tight.
Actually, the amazing thing about this one I found is not just the action, but also that it stays in tune forever.
Also the frets, but we can't really change that.
I don't know, these are, I mean, I can run my finger along it.
They're not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess we'll check out everywhere you go for high quality, top notch stuff. Amazon. He's glassless. He's glassless and the cameras are rolling. All right, so here are our selections for today. Music Lily, I heard, was the best one. You need this more than I do because you talk like a mouse. So.
It's the only way.
We've only looked at one, but so far this is the favorite. I'm probably going to plug this in and be like, this is exactly the same as last one. Now, of course, you might be like, oh no, there's a huge difference or something like that. And all the gearheads are like, what? You should have bought like the JP7 dimarzio pickup, like Mark IIc Plus Deluxe with like fries.
Come on.
Yeah.
This is noob hour. Definitely pickups will have a different sound, but the bridge, from experience, having a different bridge is like night and day.
So let's see. So here's a bunch of dog shit. Well, here's the genuine Fender one. That, of course, is more than double the price. Starcaster, guys, the same thing. All right.
There you go. It'll be a sharper tone. It won't sound as muddied out. It holds the strings, works the action, and it also works the intonation for each string. So it's very important.
Well, those are a bunch of fancy words, so you must know what you're talking about. So let's go for it. With my setup, would this stuff make a lot of difference?
But if you're putting all these different effects on it,
it
might not as much.
I'm like the Travis Scott of guitars.
Dario or
We're gonna do Ernie Ball and Cobalt. I heard Cobalts were like manufactured with like wizards and magicians.
That's what I heard.
In the lab. We'll see when we get our bullshit. So we ended up going with the slightly shittier pickups because the other ones would get here in 2027. And also... money! But just the fact that they're not 15 years old and not from a child's guitar, I think they're going to sound a lot better anyway.
We have all the stuff needed, so we're going to take the 75-year-old strings off first that feel as smooth as a baby's bottom.
So they shouldn't be smooth?
No. So we're going to replace this. We're going to replace the bridge strings with the nice...
the Ernie Ball Cobalt strings. I don't know what Cobalt means, but I heard it's really good. And it was only like an extra $1, so I'm like, shit, let's go with it.
See, hopefully, I really hope it works.
All right, ready?
Is it picking up anything?
Well, it works.
It works.
All right. It's
All
super
right.
out of tune, but it's supposed to be hemispheres. But it's
Oh.
out of tune. If that is not nut button worthy, I don't know what is. The finished SIW caster in all of its glory. So here's a little demo. I'm not a real guitar player. I mean, shit, I'm not even a real keyboard player, but I'm certainly better at that than I am a guitar. From each version of the guitar, every single patch was the same. They can all be recreated on Logic. I didn't touch or change any of the volume levels or EQ, so it's a 100% apples to apples comparison. Here it is. I have to say, I was thoroughly impressed. I was not expecting to hear any difference at all, but you can clearly hear it not just in the clearness, but also in the overall volume without having to change any of the settings. Did the bridge do jack shit? Probably not, but I do have a nicer time with my tremolo arm now. I think the biggest difference you could hear was on Erotomania. It actually sounded much closer to the original than the loud, scratchy sound of the original one. Xanadu had a lot more punch to it as well. The only one I think really suffered was Hemispheres, but I think that might just be because the EQ was adjusted for a much higher guitar, so once I fixed that up, that should sound perfect as well. And the really only reason Silent Man didn't sound as clean on the other one is because of, again, the volume not adjusted. And yes, for you Sherlock Holmes in the comments section, the volume knob is changed, but I actually did not have it on properly on the old model. I assure you it was the same on the actual body. But who gives a fuck what I think? What did you think? Is it an improvement? Is it the same? Is it worse? Let us know in the comments. Special. Oh, fucking shit. Oof. Ah.